Yoga Sutra Part 3 Slok number 1 Deshbandhaschatasya Dharana. Dharana is holding the mind on to some particular object. Commentary on Sri Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Swami Vivekananda. Dharana concentration is when the mind holds on to some object either in the body or outside the body and keeps itself in that state. 3 Shlok number 2 Tatra Pratyayi Ek Tanata Dhyanam. An unbroken flow of knowledge is that object is dhyana. Commentary on Sri Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Swami Vivekananda. The mind tries to think of one object, to hold itself to one particular spot as the top of the head, the heart, etc. And if the mind succeeds in receiving and sensations only through that part of the body and through no other part, that would be dharana. And when the mind succeeds in keeping itself in that state for some time, it is called dhyana, meditation. Shlok number 3 Tadevartha matra nirbhasam swarup shunyamev samadhi. When that giving up all forms reflects only the meaning, it is samadhi. Commentary on Sri Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Swami Vivekananda. That comes when in meditation the form or the external part is given up. Suppose I were meditating on a book and that I have gradually succeeded in concentrating the mind on it and perceiving only the internal sensations, the meaning unexpressed in any form, that state of dhyana is called samadhi. 3 Shlok number 4 Trayamekatra Sanyamaha. These three, when practiced in regard to one object, is samyama. Commentary on Sri Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Swami Vivekananda. When a man can direct his mind to any particular object and fix it there and then keep it there for a long time, separating the object from the internal part, this is samyama or dharana, dhyana and samadhi, one following the other and making one. The form of the thing has vanished and only its meaning remains in the mind. Part 3 Shlok number 5 Tajjayat pragya lokaha. By the conquest of that comes light of knowledge. Commentary on Sri Patanjali Yoga Sutra by Swami Vivekananda. When one has succeeded in making this samyama, all powers come under his control. This is the great instrument of the yogi. The objects of knowledge are infinite and they are divided into the gross, grosser, grossest, and the fine, finer, finest, and so on. The samyama should be first applied to gross things, and when you begin to get knowledge of this gross, slowly by stages it should be brought to finer things.